Gerta Decoste for Fondation SOLution, and one of the things we do is education in Haiti. Tomorrow I'm getting ready to fly to Haiti, and we are going to teach children in science class how to build a squirrel airplane. These squirrel airplanes are being donated to us by Darcy Whyte, who is the inventor of these airplanes. And I can't wait to learn how to help the kids fly the squirrel. And I'm sure if I can do it, everybody can do it.
Okay, so thanks, Gerta. And for this, we will need this kit down here, right here. So everyone will receive one of these kits. And you'll need glue stick, scissors, and some craft glue. Okay, so you ready to go?
Sure.
Okay.
Certainly.
Okay, so everyone will receive one of these kits. The idea is to open it up here, but wait until your whoever's helping you tells you. And we're gonna you're gonna try to get it out of here all at once, just like that. Then take this. This is like a bookmark. You can keep that. And we're going to open this up so all the parts are sitting here. Make sure that the bag is empty. So make sure everything comes out of the bag like that. And there's all your parts and you're ready to start. So that's your first step. So Gerta has already done this. So let's move on to the next step. Okay, there's some tissue paper inside here. There's enough tissue so that you can choose between any of those two colors, or you can make a plane that's mixed up between the colors. I'm going to pick a yellow one, so I don't need this one, because the yellow is easier to film. So you need to lay out in front of you two pieces, one there for your wing, and another one a little closer in for the other parts of your airplane, just like so. That's part two.
So only have to
you can use either
green.
color, or you can. So you've got two sheets there.
Oh, do I?
Yeah.
Okay, so I'll use the yellow just like
Okay,
that.
fine. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. So the next step, we're going to take some of these pieces here, and what we're after is we don't want to break these all apart yet. Just take what we need. What we're after first is we're after that 12-inch piece right there. Do you use centimeters or inches? 30 centimeters. Yeah, 30
inches.
centimeters. Okay, 12 inches. So we break that away. Very carefully, I'm breaking this like that.
Inches is a big one, eh?
Yeah, we want the big one here at the long end. Very carefully, see? So there it is, it's ready. Yeah, just take your time. That's good. Next, we're going to use this glue stick here, and we're going to put the glue stick, I'll take the cap off here, somehow. There.
Okay.
You'll edit that. So this here, we're going to put the glue stick on this stick so that I can stick it right there, but do not hold it up like this. You see, you break it. You always lay it down and then just put a very thin layer like this. So it should be nice and slippery, not too many clumps. And once you have your glue on there, you're going to stick it right in the middle at the furthest edge of the tissue. We call that the leading edge, or it's the front of the wing. Make sure there's lots of space on each side, and then you're good. Yeah, just roughly in the middle.
Has to be straight.
Roughly, yeah. Close enough. Yeah. Yeah, that was fine. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Now the next step, we're needing 3 of these little 2-inch pieces, or 5 centimeters. So I'm just going to take 3 of those away from there. And there they are. And also for this step, we're going to use some of this craft glue. Now, in order that we can share this glue better, what we're going to do is we're going to put a little blob of it on top of the glue stick top.
Okay.
Common error is everybody gets a sheet of paper and or plastic and they put lots of glue there because they think they get more. but the glue will dry before you're finished using it, and you'll run out of glue. So,
Mhm.
and in one of these, it's good enough for like 2 or 3 or even 4 children, depending on how they're seated.
Okay.
Now, I'm not going to do this on the table, so I'm going to do this right here somewhere where we can share it. Here, I'll do it right here. So we can share that right there. So here comes a little blob. And when we deal with the glue at the table with all the children, I always encourage kids to treat it like a dinner table, to not reach for glue, and we always ask for things and stuff like that to help with that. All kids reaching can break other kids' things by accident. Now, for this next step, we're going to use a toothpick to apply the glue, so there should be a couple floating in there. I've got one here. Now, one will be for the glue, and we can share that if you want. And so I'm going to use this glue stick here and that glue to put in the next part. And here's what it will look like. So I take this, my little 2-inch or 5 centimeter, and I get some glue stick on it. Then I put some glue on the very end of it, just like that.
Okay.
And the reason I have the glue on the end is because I want to glue the wood to the wood. So the glue stick is sticking to the paper, and then the white glue is sticking to the wood. Okay. It's really important that those 2 edges are glued together right there. And of course we can repeat this.
Do I have enough glue here?
Maybe more. And another,
like this.
Yeah, another good thing is to teach the children is when the glue stick, we keep it central. All your tools and scissors, keep that out in the middle so that it's easier for everybody to share it.
Sure.
And there'll be less reaching and all that. Yeah, would you please pass the glue stick?
Which is this?
Yes, this one here. So I'm going to complete now. We have to repeat this step 3 times to help form the wing. So I'm just going to keep moving here, and you can try and keep up with me. Blob of glue that I'm doing. Now when you're putting these pieces in, another important thing is to try to get a nice right angle right there, a 90-degree angle.
Right.
Yeah. If you're not sure, you can hold up a piece of paper like this, and you can feel confident.
Right.
Yeah, you can feel more confident that you have it square.
Okay.
There we go. Now I'm doing this a 3rd time now, and the trick with the 3rd time is you want to get it in the middle. Now this little stick here has a mark. Now on my mark I put it away from me, but that will help you find the middle, that little mark.
Mine doesn't.
I missed mine, so
Mine doesn't have a mark, does it?
Yeah, it's facing away. So. Yeah, and you can use the other one. See, because there's a mark on the other one. You can just lay that down there like this, and you see there's a mark there now. So you can just. Now this doesn't have to be perfect, but it's in the middle a little bit better.
All right, that's good measurement. Okay.
And when you get done that 3rd piece, we're now looking for the other 12-inch or 30-centimeter piece, and we're very carefully breaking it away. Oh, there's another piece which is ready for later. Break these away, just like that. So in this next step, the objective is to glue this down here. Now remember, we're going to have the glue stick to stick it to the paper, and then the white glue is going to stick it wood to wood. Now what I like to do for this one is start by putting down a bit of white glue on the tip of each piece of wood, like so. Then I can use the glue stick to get this ready for sticking on the paper.
So this operation will take a while.
Yeah, it depends. If everybody, another thing that's really worthwhile for children is that you try to encourage everybody to watch you complete each step, and you divide it up into little steps, and then you let the kids ask questions, and then we go.
So we do it in different stages?
Yes, you divide it up, and inside the package is a little piece of paper. There. This little piece of paper here has it divided into the steps. So you show each of those pieces, and then you let the kids do it. And it takes usually the first 3 or 4 before the kids are actually will wait for you to finish.
Okay.
And that's why I even show them how to open the package. So actually, it's a chance to have them you know, you still have to sit and try to make them sit and watch you open the package.
Okay.
And then after you're ready, say go, and then they do it. You try. It's your first opportunity. They think it's silly because everybody knows how to open a package, but then you can show them to put all the parts together, make sure the bag is over there, and you can start talking about sharing the glue and all that stuff.
This glue is for wood to paper and wood to wood.
Yeah, you have a glue for each function. That's right.
And did I have enough here? Did I put enough
That's
here?
close enough. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
That's good.
Okay, it's clear to up to this point, right? Okay.
Yep. You ready for the
This
next?
is good for wood to wood. Okay.
Okay. In the next step, we are looking for two more of the 2-inch pieces, and then these little shards there. We're looking for 2 of those. So for this step, I'm looking for 2 of my 2-inch pieces, 5 centimeters, and 2 of these very small shards. So I'm just going to break these away here and start to find those. So there's my 2-inch piece that I need, right there, and there's my other 2-inch. So I've got 2 of them there, and I need 2 of these shards. So there goes the first one. And
I'll remove this one first.
Yeah. And I see one here. So there's my 2 shards and my 2 2-inch pieces. We're ready now. Now, for this step, we only use the craft glue. And what we're going to do is putting a little bit of glue on the edge there, just like that. We go and get the shard, and we stick the shard on top. So I've just doubled up the end there to make it thicker. And now I take a blob of glue and we put it on the end, like so. And then we can stand this up right there.
Wow.
And this is forming the, will eventually be the wingtip. We'll see that at, as you saw at the model at the beginning. And never worry, by the way, if you have a problem like that. You always just put things back and never worry. Nobody, there. Put that back where it was. And if you make sure that's nice and straight, it'll stay.
Okay.
There. Put this down for you.
The Kleenex. Finished. Like this.
You stick it on there, and it just makes a bigger surface for gluing down.
And then
Yeah.
in here. Thank you.
Yeah. And also notice that whenever we're using the toothpick and we put it back, we always put it back in the glue, and don't put it on the table because then you're putting glue on the table,
Sure.
and everybody gets mixed up with it.
One in the middle.
Yeah, and then we repeat this twice, once for each side of the wing.
Okay.
So I'll just do this quickly here.
So the glue is very important.
Yeah. Get that done, and do another one. For this one, remember, it's entirely with the craft glue.
If you don't have glue, can we use starch?
I've never tried it, actually.
Why
If,
not?
we'll try that sometime.
You will?
It might work.
Yeah, some
But-
people who don't have glue, they use starch.
I'm going to try it. So,
Corn starch.
so then we're up to there. So then we need we need this 4-inch piece, which is 10 centimeters. Now with this one, what we need to do is we're trying to glue it right here, right in the middle of the wing, like that, like a little brace or a wing hand. So the trick here is you have to make sure you've got some glue up here, the very leading edge, and some glue right here at the very end, and then a little bit in the middle.
Right.
People leave out the glue here often. They just think you need it there, but you really need it all the way. Then the 4-inch piece can squish right on top of the glue, and that will glue very nicely. And notice I'm not using too much glue. I'm actually using a little bit much. You can use less, a little less. Less is more.
Which piece? I need this one,
yeah,
eh?
that's the one, yeah. You'd be happy to know you're 2/3 finished.
2/3 finished.
You're almost there.
There's 1/3 left.
That's right.
I don't believe you. Because kids won't have this much attention.
That's right.
span.
You need good kids with a very good attention span. Okay, so in the next step, what is it again? Oh yes, I remember now. I need another one of these shards right here, and for this step, I'm gonna put the shard. I'm putting some of the, again, this is the white glue. This is the liquid glue, and what we're gonna do with this is I'm gonna glue this underneath the wing. It doesn't matter which end you put it at. So I'm just putting it there like it's a little spacer.
So it's
like
important not to lose any part of this.
Yes, every part is important.
Every part is important.
Yeah.
So we glue this.
Right underneath the wing. Whichever side you choose to glue it on, that will be the front of your wing. That's what defines what the front is. This is because when the airplane is eventually moving forward, with that little spacer under here, it's holding the wing up a bit.
Okay.
Like when you
and
swim,
some
you
weight.
have to you have to put your hand
Which
at
way
an
do you
angle.
put it? Lengthwise or?
Lengthwise along the wing. Here,
Let me
I'll
see,
show
let
it
me
again,
see.
yeah. You see?
That way.
Yeah. Well,
Horizontally.
yeah. Thank you.
Okay.
Okay, so that there can sit for a while. There's
Oops.
more to do.
I applied too much force.
Yeah, this doesn't need any force really much.
Okay.
Okay, so that there's another step to do on this part, but we'll leave that for now. We'll let the glue dry. And while we're waiting, we're going to use some more of this white glue. So I'll get a little bit more because I need a little bit for this step. Now this. Now for the rest of the model, we're going to only use the white glue from now on. So this, we're actually finished with that, but we're going to just keep the cap off for a little longer because we're using it there. Okay, so I'm going to take the 6-inch piece, which is 15 centimeters, and the very last 2-inch piece. Those are the ones I'm after now. I'll put these up here so I don't lose them. And I'm going to glue one of them right here on the corner, and the other one like right about there with the white glue. So now when you do this, you need a big blob there, almost the size of a small Q-tip, but you need to put a very thin layer very quickly across there, you see. So don't go back and forth. Just put a very thin layer and then you're in the game, just like that. And the same goes on this one, thin layer like that. See, it just should take a moment to do that when you're used to it. Once you have these two pieces stuck down, then we go looking for the scissors, and they're also in the middle of the table for sharing. And we're just going to snip off here, no measuring necessary. Just roughly snip it off, like that. Okay, this is spare. Keep that for repair. So I'm putting that back in my things, and because when we're done with all this, if there's anything extra, like if there's one little shard left or any tissue, you put it back in the bag, and you can keep that so you don't lose it. I'm getting the next piece ready. Yeah, go ahead. Just getting the next piece ready. Another thing is, if you encourage children to try to not fidget with anything that's in there, a couple of problems will happen.
Looks like a Sunday activity.
Yeah, because if they fidget, the pieces get broken more often, and it's harder to hold the retention.
Alright, so we cut this.
Yeah, just snip off.
It's cut
Just
completely.
roughly. Yeah.
All together? Completely?
Yeah, just snip it right off. Yeah. I need a little off the top as well.
Okay. Okay, and then?
Yeah, you get one more snip on there. See, I got two snips, one there and one there.
Oh, is the
So you
second
need to
one?
snip that one off there too.
Okay.
Yeah. So I wind up with two parts. We could do the whole thing again too.
Okay.
One for each person. Okay, so this here is what I call the motor stick, because this is like the body of the airplane.
Okay.
And what we're going to do with that guy is we're going to take this. This will
How come
become
this
the
one
fin.
is bigger than mine.
You're after this guy right here.
Oh,
There
I
it
left
is,
it.
yeah.
Okay.
See, Yeah, you can just put that up there for now.
Okay.
So what we want to do is we want to glue this on here. Again, it's with the liquid glue. We're going to glue this right in there, just like that, so that the most important thing here, really, and you can do it like left or right. Some people, they'll do it the other way. They'll say, oh, I want mine over here. You see, that's okay. So
what is the best?
It doesn't matter. It's left or right. Now the key to the really big thing to concern with here, I'll just put this away for a minute, is when we're gluing right here, you want to make sure that as that piece is stuck on there, like so, it's not sticking out like that.
Right, okay.
And it's not like way up there. So this is actually going to be perfectly level.
So this
right
is
there.
too much, I left too much
yeah,
paper
but don't worry
here.
about the paper because the paper
It
will
can
go
be
away
folded.
later.
Okay.
Yeah. And so, so in order to do that, I'm going to put the glue. So I'm holding the piece down. I'm putting it beside. So now I know where to put the glue. I know I need the glue here all the way back. So here goes. So I'm getting ready for that step. And I will put down the glue. Very thin. You need very little glue. Except maybe up here because you're gluing wood to wood. But don't go too much. I have a bit much there. And then we simply put this on there very carefully. And try to make that level with the bottom. Just like that. See, so it's not sticking out. Now, if you did it by mistake, I notice kids do that, after this is dry, you can snip it with the scissors. Okay. If they did make it stick out the bottom. But you better not, I think you need more glue there, right? Here you go, some more. And whoop.
Is that enough?
Except where the stick is, where you're going to glue the wooden part.
A little bit more here.
Yeah, just where the wood is, yeah.
Okay. There we go.
And a common mistake kids make is they will glue the stick at the back here. So you've got to try and catch that one if they're doing that.
Okay.
Okay, but one in every couple kids will do that, or every few kids will do that.
Okay.
Now the next step, we're looking for the 6-inch piece and a blob of this glue. I've taken a pretty big blob there, almost the size of a Q-tip, and this is going to go on that thin edge. So I'm just going to put that on there just by going blob, blob, blob all the way down. And notice how my blob of glue is shrinking on there. See, it's nothing left there. It's all been transferred. I'll just verify that it's fairly even. And where this is going on the side of this. So this is, see, that's the back of the plane there, and that's the little fin at the back. If you ever see a plane, it's got a fin usually at the back. Now, where this is going to go, it's just going to stick on the side like that. Now, there's 3 things to keep in mind. The first thing is it's on the side. The second is the distance from the front is your pinky. So that's the front and that's the back. And the third is this is flush top here. You see, there's a nice platform there. It's right at the edge because later the wing is going to sit right there.
Wow.
So that's the top.
That's a weird plane.
Yeah. And the common mistake here is kids will glue this on the bottom. Instead of the top. Now what's the top? It's the side with the fin.
Okay. So the adult has to know better.
Oh yes. This is a chance to show someone how to make the airplane. So now, if anybody ever has internet on hand, you can go on the internet and there's instructions of how to make a squirrel.
Is that right?
Yeah, squirrel model airplane has all the instructions.
So a model
video.
It's on the internet.
This whole
and you did it.
A video. Yeah.
Ah, wow.
Yeah.
Okay, so I make sure it's on this side, and then this goes in here.
Yeah, pinky from the front,
on
the side,
I leave
top
a
right.
finger
There's 3
from
whole
the front.
things. So
I leave a finger here.
Yes.
Is that right?
That's right.
And I go here.
Yeah.
Great. I can't wait to see this airplane flying.
You're so close now. We're very, very close.
Okay.
Now, next, there should be 2 toothpicks in each one, and I'm using one of the toothpicks there for glue, but I've got another one here, and I'm breaking it off, so I'm taking away about 1/3 of it there. I'm left with this very strong piece, and I'm going to glue it right there, just like that. I'll glue it, and then I'll explain a little further.
So where do I get this from here?
It's inside your stuff. So I'm just putting a bit of glue along the leading edge there of that, and then a little bit on the side of the motor stick, and then put this right here. Now this has to stick out the bottom. You see how that's sticking out? Now the question is how far? Well, it's about the thickness of your pinky, roughly. So let's make sure there's lots of it is glued onto there. And so once you feel like you have your pinky width sticking out there, remember this is for hooking on the elastic band of the airplane.
Mm-hmm.
Once that's in place nicely, just a little more glue on just ahead of it. And then we get one more of these shards from over here.
Should I cut this in two?
Yeah,
With,
yeah, take a third off of it if you want. Just like so, see?
Third off.
So it's just sticking out a little bit there. You can even use the whole toothpick. I think that should be
Okay.
fine if you want.
Okay.
Just like that.
And should
I'll
I
give you some
glue
more
it?
glue. Yeah, it's all white glue. I'll give you
Paper
some
glue
more.
or wood glue?
The wood glue. The wing is the only part of the airplane that has the paper glue.
Okay.
Just the wing.
I guess the wood glue is more solid.
It's designed for, it's stronger than the wood.
Okay.
The wood glue is stronger than the wood.
Right. Is it?
Oh yeah.
And I leave a bit hanging.
Yeah, down by a pinky width.
Okay.
See, a
Like
width of
this?
your pinky means if you put your pinky like that.
Right.
Whoops.
Like this.
Disturbed mine. Yeah, that's a bit much. A little
Oh,
less
I
than
didn't
that's
see this
okay.
thing here.
Yeah, that's after. You're just ready to do that.
Oh, you're
next.
going fast.
Yeah.
What is it?
It's somewhere there. Oh, there they are. I see there. You've got three
Ah.
of them there.
Wow.
Yeah.
And do I need more glue or could I use the same glue?
So if you spread that out,
Leftover
you might be
glue.
okay. Yeah, if you spread it
The
out a little.
leftover glue
Yeah,
here?
you can spread it around if you want. Yeah. Watch your propellers in the way there.
Whoops.
Yeah. I'll tell you what. I'll put it back in the in the top there.
Here we go.
Yeah. You having fun yet?
I'm starting.
Okay. Good in there.
Okay.
Okay.
And then?
Okay. Next, I'm going to take a little bit more white glue. And this is maybe the hardest step of all. I'm going to put a little bit of it just behind the toothpick on the back, and then a thin layer all the way back. Now, for this step, it's nice to have a glass, a drinking glass or something, because after placing that on there, notice how the stick,
Okay.
I put the paper against it, not the stick,
Mm-hmm.
you see? And then I touch this off so it's nice and level, and that's the back of my airplane.
Oh,
See,
wow.
there's the tail wing, and there's your fin,
Wow, wow, wow.
just like that.
Okay.
And now you know why this fin, why it should not stick out the bottom. Because if it does, it won't glue as nice. If that happens, if a child manages to get it sticking out, you just snip off with the scissors before putting this piece on.
Yeah. Huh.
Now, when you're done this piece, you don't want to just leave it down. Because if I just put this down there now, there, oh, well, that just fell apart. So it's
Okay.
really important that this thing is kept up somewhere so it's not being touched. You have to make sure that the glue joint there is nice and square. Now you can keep this behind your ear, or you
Okay.
can keep it on a glass, you can keep it on the edge of the table. If it was in a glass, you could stand it up that way as well.
So what do I
there's a
put
glass
there
down
again?
there. Could you pass the glass, please? Thanks. So,
I'm missing something here.
oh yeah, that's this piece goes in there. That big
Yeah.
sheet there goes
It
on
goes
there like that. Yeah,
like this.
that's right. Roughly,
Halfway.
yeah, roughly halfway, and you're good to go. Yeah. Yeah, and you make it nice and square down there. Make sure that's stuck. So the paper kind of holds it because the paper sticks right away, and then
Right.
then just leave
Okay.
it somewhere like this to dry for a little while,
Sure.
like that. And while that's
Thank
drying,
you.
we can just finalize this guy.
Wow.
Okay. Now for this, there's just a little bit more on here, so we're almost there. So I'm just going to get a little touch of this glue. Now, for this step, we're going to put the glue on the outside here. Now, if I just start pushing glue on there, I'm putting a risk of,
Okay.
you know, because that's still drying.
Mm-hmm.
So what I recommend is you just set your palm down on the table and just drop your finger on it. And now I can very carefully put a very tiny bit of glue there. I probably put too much there. Try to pick it up. Okay. Then, while holding it down, you simply pull that up, just like so. Then you can turn it around and do it again, like that.
That's a lot of planning.
Yeah,
Huh?
just like that. Now, I'll do another one as soon as you're done.
You must be good in math.
Yeah,
Huh?
Yeah, I think
You
I
do
did
all
well
this.
in math at
You
school.
did well, eh?
Yeah.
Obviously.
It made a big difference in my life too.
Yeah. But you have to plan ahead and think of that before you do any action.
Yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, so I just flipped that up, and ooh. So now this is a good time to let the kids, you know, another time to do a demonstration for the children so they can let the glue dry, because we're actually finished all the gluing.
Okay.
Okay. Now, when the glue's dry, the first thing you'll want to teach them, and again, you'll be doing a demo in between.
Okay.
Could you pass the scissors, please?
Sure.
I'll show that while you're finishing your last winglet there.
Mm-hmm.
So I have these 2 little shards left over for one reason or the other. Put that back in your stuff. You might need that for repair. If you snap one of these sticks or something, when you're playing with it, and it could break, and you'll use it later. So this wing here is now ready to have a little haircut. So I'm just going to trim some of the extra paper away. So I'm trimming the winglet into kind of a triangle. If you round it off a bit like that, it can wind up better and stronger. It's better structurally if you round it off a little. The reason is because if it's straight, the line of force is along the cut.
Okay.
So if you have a little ball, it's okay to cut it straight too. And just cut away the extra tissue. So I'll just keep going here, getting rid of the extra tissue. Just like that. Some people like to keep the cut-offs and they trade them. So if one kid's got a orange airplane, the other one has yellow, they trade these pieces and make little stickers to put on their planes.
I see.
And then they can put all different colors. And so once you've cut that away, you should just pull away like that. And then, so that actually is a wing that's ready to go, except it just needs to dry a little more for the glue.
I haven't cut mine. I'm making an airplane here.
You're becoming an engineer. Oh, another
Why?
tip, and it's another tip here, is try to handle it by here.
Yeah,
that
yeah,
will
yeah,
work
yeah.
too, that's fine. But if you handle it this way,
Okay.
if you handle it this way, then it's easier
right
to
now?
move around. See, I can
Right
just
now?
flip it around like that. Yeah. Oh yeah, cut it across the top right here. You see this here? So you're gonna cut. There's lots of extra on there, so you're gonna cut that off there. So I'll just set this back. See, there's
So
lots
it's
of
the other
extra.
way.
Yeah. Well, no, you're right. You just have to see. There's lots there to cut off. You're gonna cut off.
Yeah,
that
yeah.
whole thing.
I'm cutting
Yeah,
that
that's
way.
right. Yeah, that's what you're gonna do. Now, this is the first time, right? And after you made a couple of these, you can make them pretty fast.
I don't know how to make
Because
mistakes.
you're learning.
Right.
Yeah, you're learning now.
I want to go too fast.
Yeah, and when I find when I show kids,
Uh-huh.
usually in the group, some kids get it and they start helping. So if you do the thing more
Wise.
than once,
Okay.
so you recruit some kids to help you. And that's a very good experience.
So maybe this is an activity to go to the school and do it
Oh, yeah.
at the school.
And if you'd be kind enough to
Rather
pass the
than
scissors.
making a special activity,
Yeah, I do this in
do
schools
an
all the
activity
time.
at school.
Yeah. So then this piece, same thing. It's still drying, but you can round that one off like that. You know, sort of get rid of a little bit of the extra tissue, like so. And so this airplane is aside from the glue drying, is almost ready to fly. Now, while you're doing that, I'll just talk about this propeller and the elastic band. Don't forget, you've got extra parts in there, so I'm taking all my extra parts, I'm putting them here, my extra tissue, I'm putting it in there, and maybe my bookmark, if I don't have a book right now with me, put it all in here, fold it back. Oh, we need this little guy, there's a little elastic, you need one of these, there might be an extra in there, so keep your extras. Put that all in the paper again, and you want to put it back in your bag so we don't have as much mess later.
Right.
So you just fold it and stick it down there, like that. There. That'll take extra time and the glue's still drying. Right?
I have 2 pieces of wood here. Is it something I
Yeah.
missed?
No, just put them in there, it's extra for repair.
Ah, okay.
Now, so this is the wing mount elastic and this is the motor. This is special rubber from a real rubber tree, like in Brazil.
Okay.
Okay? And so, what we're going to do here is we're going to tie a knot. So at the end, like that, just like that. You see? A knot. That's a square knot, or also known as, I think it's called a reef knot actually, but square knot is just one of the names for that. And so it's right over
Like
left
this?
and left over right. That's right. Keep going.
And then like this. And then inside?
Yeah, just keep going, yeah. And when you pull it tight, you're going to pull all four. Don't
Okay.
just pull two of them like that. You're going to
Okay.
pull all four of them like that.
Just like we do for listers.
And yeah, so you're going to pull all four now. So to make the knot shrink down nice and small. See how nice and tiny I got mine there?
Very small.
Yeah.
I don't know if
You're
I
going to
can-
pull all four. You see, you grab on all four lines with two fingers like that and then pull the whole thing. See, here, I'll show you. See, so what you want to get on there is, see, grab it here and here. See that?
Oh, I was
So
afraid
I'm
to
pulling
pull.
four sides.
Okay, so this
But
is
you
the
need four, because you only have two, it won't go.
Okay.
Okay, next. This is attached to the propeller. If you look at the propeller, it has this little hub nose piece.
Mhm.
That'll go to the front of the plane.
Mhm.
And then there's a little axle, and then the propeller can freewheel, just like that. So we're going to hook this guy on the back. There's a hook, like that. It's important to make sure that the knot is away from the propeller. So the propeller's at this end, and the knot's at that end. See, just make sure the knot's away from it. No, the knot's the other end.
How do I get it in? Like
Just-
this? In
There's just a
here?
little gap in there.
Just slide it in here?
Yeah, just sort of see the little gap and pull it against the gap. You see, it's a little. You didn't see the gap in there.
In my glasses.
Yeah, let me see that there. Sometimes the best way to explain it is to do it.
Okay, okay. Looks so easy. Okay.
There. So, and I have this little guy now, and that's going to be used to hold the wing onto the airplane. So we're not going to actually glue the wing onto the plane. We are going to use this elastic to strap it on. And this means later we can take the wing off, and it will fit
Okay.
in a very small box.
All right.
Because you want to keep this in a small box.
Okay.
Because the survival rate will be lower. But so here's how we attach the wing. First of all, you want to keep in mind that that little shim there, or shard, is at the front. So this is the front of the plane, and that's going to go in the front, just like so. Okay. Now for this step, I'll do it now, but usually you want to have the kids do an activity like a demonstration and let the kids practice launching the planes for 15, 20 minutes to make sure the glue is good and dry. Okay. Now I'm going to do mine now, even though my glue's not very dry. So here's the steps. The first step is put on the little elastic. Oh, you know what? Another thing. Take the little elastic and go like this, boing, boing, boing. Do that a few times, and it softens up the rubber.
Okay.
Try not to break it. It just softens it up. And you can even smell the rubber because it's warming up. And once you've softened it, then you put it on. And then we're going to set the wing just on top. And I like to start it off so that the wing is about 2.5 centimeters from the front. That's usually a good starting place. Then, just pull the elastic around the front. And now the wing is attached.
Wow. It's
Okay.
taking form right now.
Yeah. And that's what a Squirrel model airplane looks like. Then the propeller, it is attached like this. So we push this on the front, just push it on, just like that.
Which side is this?
Yeah, that little gap, that little spacer there, that's going to go towards the front on that side. So you need to switch your wing around. No, the wing. Yeah, this one. Nope. So, yeah, this is the front of the plane. The front is to your right.
Okay.
Okay, so this is the front.
Okay.
So that's going to go this way.
All right.
Yeah, that's the way it's going to go.
And then
Yeah.
the elastic?
Yeah, so you put the elastic on, then the wing, and then just like that. Here's yours. Right there. You have a spare there, I see.
And how do I tie this?
Well, first the elastic, then the wing, then...
Elastic.
No, take the wing
Maybe
away
I
for a
should get
minute.
Michelle to do it. He seems
Yeah.
to know. He seems to understand.
Here, I tell you what. Put the wing down, but hold this. Okay, so put the wing on the table for a second. Just the wing, but hold, yeah. And then you go boing, 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 boing. Then
Okay.
this goes on. Now the wing. And then the elastic around it. But you try to arrange that your wing winds up being about that far from the front, about an inch,
Okay.
an inch and a quarter, or 2.5 centimeters. Yeah, and then you're gonna go around the front, and that's right. But your wing is pretty far forward, but that's okay for now.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
In fact, we'll tell you what I'll do. I'll
How come
actually,
that far?
well, you just have to move it further back. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take it off for a second, and then it's going to move the wing further back before I stretch over.
Okay.
See, so maybe you start your wing right about here, maybe, and then bring it over.
Okay.
So, you see, you can adjust it by sliding it like this, but
Okay.
it's the glue is not dry.
Sure.
It could be trouble, so
Okay.
that's why I did it that way. So
Mhm.
there you go. Good job so far. Now, the propeller, you want to just press that on. Don't hold the plane from back here.
Okay.
You see, because you'll bend this.
Mhm.
You just hold it right behind there, and in the loop, the elastic is at the bottom of the airplane, just like that. And try to, and if you get stuck, get somebody with strong fingers to do that. And then this airplane is now ready to fly.
No,
Yeah.
not yet.
Oh yeah, it's ready.
It is?
Yeah. All I need to
Wow.
do now is I need to wind it up, and then it'll fly across over there.
Okay.
So,
And how do I put this so it doesn't break?
you just hold it like so. Look, you have it right. You hold it there,
Mhm.
and then you grab the white piece, and you just push them together, like that. See, it just takes a little bit of push. That means it stays on better.
Yeah. Hmm.
And then, here's how to operate the plane. Now, the first thing to think of is this is an airplane.
Now it's
like a bird.
exciting.
Okay,
Okay.
so you don't actually have to throw it. Like you have to throw a baseball,
Right,
and
okay.
you have to throw a frisbee.
Okay.
But a plane is like a bird.
You just have to
You just
let
have
it
to
fly.
let it go.
Okay.
Okay, so you wouldn't want to throw a bird, right?
No.
Because the bird would not like it.
Mhm.
And so what we're going to do is I'm going to wind it up, and then I'll show you how to give it a launch. So notice that this elastic band.
And I could see the sparkle in your eyes.
This is just the beginning.
Okay.
So now in the end, we're going to need to hook the elastic on right there. You see that? But notice how it's lots of extra elastic.
Oh, okay.
Some people, if they tie their elastic a little shorter, it will stay on. But I like it
Okay.
this way.
Okay.
Because the
Let-
more
let it
elastic
loose.
you have, the
Mhm.
more your plane can fly.
Okay.
Okay? So here's the trick though, is we have to somehow get that to hook on. And here's the
Mhm.
trick.
Mhm.
I pick up the elastic, 5 centimeters of it. Okay? And I just grab on like that. So there's 5 centimeters of elastic.
Okay.
And I'm grabbing the bottom of the airplane.
Mhm.
See, doing, doing, doing. It's tight. Now I can do this clockwise from the front about 40 or 50 times.
Are we? Okay.
Yes, clockwise from the front.
Okay.
And notice when I let go of it, what's happening there.
Alright. It has
It's storing
springs. Yeah.
potential energy is being
Sure,
stored
Sure. You have
into the
tension
elastic.
there.
Yeah. And then after about 50 turns or
Okay.
50 winds clockwise,
Alright.
I'm going to hold this and then very carefully just hook on the back. And now we're ready.
Yes, I can see it coming.
Yeah. Now, and to do your first
And
test
then
flight,
you
yeah, you hook on. And then you want to keep going until all these knots that are forming.
and the knots have to be equal here.
Yeah, you want to get it. You need about 200 turns for your first flight.
Oh God,
Okay.
they'll learn how to count. then.
Yes, well, I've got 50. It takes
Those-
about a minute. At this speed here,
Okay.
it doesn't take very long, right?
Okay.
It takes about a minute or 2 minutes.
Right, to count.
So when you launch the plane and you pick it up and you're walking back,
Mhm.
you have plenty of time.
How old
to
do you
wind
think would be more appropriate for this activity?
My glue wasn't dry. I'm going to glue that in a second.
Okay.
Every child is different.
Yeah.
Some kids, they're ready for this when they're 12, and some kids are ready when they're 5. And it
Okay.
depends how much time,
Right.
you know, there is.
Right.
If you just had if you hope the kids are ready very quickly,
Right.
then they have to be older.
Okay.
And it depends how many helpers you have,
Right.
and if they're very interested in it, and if you've
Mhm.
done a nice demo and they're really excited.
Okay.
So somewhere 10 to 12 is a very good age.
Yes.
And,
I would think so too. I would agree.
Yeah. So yours, if you're ready to launch it, I'll tell you what.
I think I am.
Yeah. So what you're gonna do? I'll just my elastic unhooked. So I'll just you're gonna hold the airplane underneath here, just like a dart. Okay. And then you're gonna release the propeller, and you'll notice that it starts to turn. Okay.
What I can feel the tension.
Yeah. But you're gonna face it over there though. Yeah. No, the
Not
other
to
way.
you,
The propeller's over down there. Yeah. So your right hand. Are you right-handed or left-handed?
Yeah, I am right-handed.
Okay, so your right hand is going to be right there underneath.
Oh, how do I let this
Just
go?
gonna
Because
have
if I let go of this, it's going to.
Yeah, so you just have to switch it. See? Just put both hands on the propeller.
Okay.
Yeah, once you have both hands, now you can choose any way, right? Okay, so your right hand is going to be here. Okay.
This is my right hand.
This is your right hand. Though. Now the left hand, you're just going to have one finger on the propeller to stop it from turning. Yeah. You don't need your right hand anywhere near the propeller anymore.
I don't need the right hand?
Your right hand is going to be here, but you don't want it up here involved. It's just back here. You see how my right hand is?
Yeah, but it's going to go.
Your left hand is going to be like that.
My tension is going to go.
No, not because your left hand's on the propeller. Yeah. Then, okay, you got ready. Now you have it. Very good. So then, you let go of the propeller, and when you push it, it's going to be like this hard. Okay, so watch this. Like, see that? And
Let
not
go?
gonna go up.
Let go?
But first, let go of the propeller, and then push the plane.
That's the propeller?
It'll be like this.
How do you call propeller in French?
Like this. It'll be like this. Propeller and push.
So let it go?
You're going to release the propeller,
Okay.
and then you're going to say and, propeller and push. On that first flight, the airplane didn't climb. It just went sort of level and maybe sunk down a bit. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to move the wing forward to correct for that. When I move the wing forward like this, very carefully, moving the elastic band forward, now the airplane, in theory, will have more of a tendency to climb. Now, always make sure you have maybe 100 or 200 turns when you're testing on the airplane. So the way you can do that, you don't have to count it. You see these knots forming on there. When it's almost full, that's all the way across there, then you're ready for your test. Now, notice when I do my test flight, I release the propeller and then the airplane. Okay, so here goes, propeller, then the airplane.
You flew for good.
All that bouncing against the wall, that's
I
fine.
made
It
it.
won't break.
Now
when you pick up,
That's
the
nice.
plane,
That's encouraging.
you have to pick the plane up slowly and
That's
carefully.
that's
You're going
exciting.
to pick it up by the propeller, because this airplane won't
By the
break
propeller.
from hitting the wall or the tree.
Wow.
It doesn't break, but it will break when you pick it up very quickly.
Yeah, quickly.
So when you pick up here,
Yeah, yeah.
and then when you wind it, you can hold it this way. And notice when I pick up here, the winding stayed in. If I pick up here,
Yeah.
I'm losing it.
Sure, sure.
And if you pick it up there,
Pick it up
and it
for
starts
me.
to unwind, your friend next to you is going to try to help you by having his hand come in there to help you. And that's very dangerous. So you're
Wow.
better to try to get to your plane before everybody else does
Right.
and pick it up very carefully. And if your friends break your plane, just remember they didn't do it on purpose. And you
That's
can
very
always fix it.
interesting. That's very
And
interesting.
if you can get to the website for Squirrel model airplane, you can find instructions of fixing it. I'm always happy to give people advice of how to fix. So again, that wasn't bad. I'm going to move the wing just a little bit more forward. Boop, there. And see what happens. So again, so it's propeller and push. There you go.